Daily Devotion with Pastor Balla for January 11th, 2025. A Friend of God, from James chapter 2, verse 23. And the scripture was fulfilled that says, Abraham believed God, and it was counted to him as righteousness, and he was called a friend of God. What an astonishing friend of God. In today's verse, James draws us back to the foundation of Abraham's relationship with the Lord, his belief. Abraham believed God's promises, and that belief was credited to him as righteousness. James emphasizes that Abraham's faith wasn't just an intellectual agreement, but a trust so profound it moved him to obey God in the most challenging of circumstances. Being called a friend of God shows the depth of the relationship Abraham had with the Creator. Friendship implies trust, closeness, and mutual love. God chose Abraham, revealed his promises to him, and guided him every step of the way. Abraham, in turn, responded with faith and obedience, even when he didn't fully understand God's plan. This verse highlights two key aspects of the Christian life: faith and righteousness. Abraham's belief in God's promise was not a passive mental assent. It was an active trust. When he stepped out in faith, he demonstrated the righteousness God had already credited to him. His obedience didn't earn him God's favor. It revealed the reality of his relationship with the Lord. For us today, this passage is a reminder of the intimate relationship we are invited into through faith in Jesus Christ. By his grace, we are justified, declared righteous through faith, just as Abraham was. And like Abraham, we are called to live out our faith in obedience, reflecting the relationship we have with God. To be a friend of God is a profound gift, one made possible through Jesus. In John chapter 15, verse 15, Jesus says to his disciples, "No longer do I call you servants, but I have called you friends." Through his death and resurrection, Jesus restores the relationship broken by sin. By faith, we are brought near to God and invited into a relationship of trust, love, and obedience. As we meditate on Abraham's example, we should consider our own relationship with God. Are we living as his friends, trusting his promises, and walking in his obedience? Friendship with God is not about perfection. It's about faith and the willingness to follow him even when the path is unclear. So this passage also encourages us to see our works as a reflection of our relationship with God. Just as Abraham's obedience revealed the depth of his trust, our actions can reveal our love for God, whether it's showing kindness to a neighbor, sharing the gospel, or standing firm in faith during trials. These works flow from the relationship we have with the Lord. May we, like Abraham, believe God's promises and live as his friends, trusting him in all things and walking faithfully in his ways. God's peace and many blessings be with you, and thank you for listening. And please take an opportunity to share this message with others.